Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about classification of corporate policy. So what do you mean by corporate policy? Corporate policy is nothing but it is a guidelines and policies and the rules and the regulations that is followed by a manager to take decisions in different situations. This is in simpler term, which is nothing but do's, do's and don't of an organizations. So there are different classifications based on different criteria. So we are going to look into the various categorization of the corporate policy. So first, according to scope, corporate policy has been categorized into many parts. One is your basic policy, general policy, then departmental policy. First, basic policy. Basic policy means it's a long-term policy. This is broad in nature, long-term policy that guides the overall direction of the organization. That why your organization exists, in which directions the organization should be in. That is what the basic policy tells about. For example, a company's policy to focus on sustainability and green productions. So, due to the growing concern for the sustainability of environment, the company's policy is now to focus on the green productions. Okay, next. Next is your general policy. General policy means this is less broad than basic policy, applicable across the organizations. This is not broad as basic policy, but this is applicable throughout the organizations. How? Like your suppose Tata's code of conduct that is applicable to all employees. Wherein the code of conduct, what is code of conduct? There is different like sharing knowledge to everyone, and your that respect individuals, zero tolerance policy also there in TCS. So these are the all general policy that is applicable not only to one particular person or individual or department. This is applicable to all employees in the organizations. That is called general policy. And comes to next, that is departmental and specific policy. Departmental policy, that means that is applicable to the department basis, designed particular department. Suppose whatever the policy will be for the HR requirement, that only same for your financial department or your marketing department. For example, HR policy for recruitment, right? How recruitment should be done. This is the HR policy. And marketing policy like advertisement. How you gonna have your advertisement? This is your marketing policy. So these are two different aspects of your organizations. So you have different policy for different departments or functions. Okay, so moving to next classification, that is based on expression. Expressed policy, another one is written policy. Express policy sorry, express or written policy. It is same. Another is implied policy, which is not written. You have to understood that only. That is our implied. Expressed policy means that which is clearly written or communicated throughout the organization, throughout the to every employees of the organizations. This is your communicated policy. For example, supervisors instructing employees about safety rules. That in an organization, you have to know those safety rules. Each and every employee should know about the safety rules. So that is your clearly stated and communicated policy. What is implied policy then? Implied policy means which is not written anywhere. You have to just understand that. You have to just understand. For example, during the peak hour, you have to present in organizations. There's not any scope that you should absent from your productions during the peak workload unless and until you have a problem. Classification in the based on level of management. As we know that we have three levels: top management levels, middle management policies, and lower level management policies. Top management policies, that is top management driven policies, that is formulated by top executive, your CEO, board of directors. These are all your top management level. So when the policies is formulated by the top executive, that is often these policies are strategic in nature. That why a business exists and in which directions or what production or which methodology or which process you want to follow in your organizations. For example, expansion and diversification policy. Now you want to enter into a different market and expand your market to the different areas. That is all your top management policies. Then what is middleman management policy? Middleman management policy, that are the policy which are often taken place at department level. For example, your functional level, for example, like your financial, marketing, HR department. These are all your department level. Lower level management policy, these are concerned with day-to-day operations. Okay, like your work schedule, shift allocation, and how you're supposed to work. Like what should be your work schedules, what should be your shift timings. These are all lower level management policy. Classification now based on nature of origin. Originated policy. Okay. First is your originated policies. That is also formulated by your top management on their own initiative. Here, for example, innovation policy. Okay. Appeal policies means this is the policy which has been arised from request appeals by the employee or lower management. Okay, from appeals, the word this signifies or itself says that what the policy is by the employees. Suppose you want a flexible work schedules. okay, or flexible working hours. So this is called appeal policy. Then imposed policy. Imposed policy means this policy which has been imposed by the government or any regulators. This, for example, compliance with labor laws or environmental regulations, that is your imposed policy. Now, derived policy. Derived policy means which has been derived from basic or higher level policies. Suppose you have a now goal or mission in your organization to produce a green for the green productions, okay, for the green productions. So whatever the objectives or the supportive policies will be there, that has been, this policies as called derived policy. Derived policy, that means this has been derived sorry, this has been derived from your main policy, okay. This is called derived policies. Like your training policies, you have to provide training to the employees, so this is called derived policies. Now, fifth, classification based on functional areas. Production policies, these are all your departmental policies. As I said before, that whatever the policies will be your productions, that won't be same for your marketing, okay, that also won't be same for your financial, personal policy. These are all different policies that you have to take care of it. Then classification based on nature of management policies. Okay, this is planning policies, organizing policies, actuating or directing policies, controlling policies. But that is planning policy. Planning policy means that is also taken by or formulated by your top management. Okay. Long-term expansion or sustainability plan, that is taken care of by top management. Organizing policies related to structuring rules and regulations. So this is often the formulated by your middle management. Meaning, for example, delegation of authority policies. Directing policies concerned with leadership and motivations. Employee motivation and leadership style policies. And what should be, which leadership should organize on as an manager you should follow. That is all comes under your directing policies. Controlling policies, your performance appraisal policies. So that's for today.